Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Laura with the Spark program again. I'm here to read you another story today. And I just want to say hi to all my Spark families and kids. I miss you so much. Say hello to all the Spark kids that might be watching this or anyone else who might be watching it. My daughter's even showing these videos to my little grandson who's only not even 6 months old, but he enjoys watching Grandma on the screen anyway and getting to see me because we don't get to see each other very much. So in our story today, there's a couple of words that you might not be familiar with, so I wanted to explain them before the story so you'll understand when they come up in the story. The first one is the word shoe. Now I know a shoe is, you all know, something that you wear on your foot. But there's another word, shoe, that means go away. Sometimes people use that when somebody's bothering them. Shoo, go away. Or if a little fly comes flying around, buzzing around your face and bothering you or landing on your skin and you don't want that fly there. And you say, shoo fly, shoo fly. So you're trying to get it to go away. So there's going to be a lot of shooing in this story. The other word I wanted to explain is the word sup. In the story, when they say time for sup, sup is short for supper. So supper is another word for dinner. It's when you get to go eat. So time for sup means time to go home and eat, time to go in for your meal. So you'll understand that when it comes up in the story. It's a really fun story. It's kind of written like a Southern accent, so I'll be reading it that way. And let's take a look at the book then. Here it is. And what do you see on the front there? Look at that huge pig, little pig behind it. So there's our front cover, and it's the front of the pig. And on the back cover, we have the back end of the pig. And look at that funny little curly tail on that huge pig, just a little curly tail. So cute. Here's the spine of the book. On the front cover, we have the title of the book, Pigs in the Mud in the Middle of the Rud. And it's written by Lynn Plourde. She's our author who wrote all the words of the story. And our illustrator is John Schoenherr. He is the illustrator, so he made all the pictures. He drew them. Okay. Inside, we have our title page of the book, Pigs in the Mud in the Middle of the Rud, by Lynn Plourde, illustrated by John Schoenherr. And look at the picture. That looks like an old-fashioned, that's called a Model T Ford, old car. And these people are dressed in old-fashioned clothes. They're going for a Sunday drive. And they're going to pick up one more person to go on their drive. Let's see who they're picking up. Look. Who do you suppose that is? Yeah. In the bonnet over here, that's Grandma. Can't see her face, can we? She's got that big bonnet hat on, covering her, keeping the sun out of her face. So they're going to go for a nice drive. It had rained, it had poured. Now a Model T Ford was stopped in the rud by some pigs in the mud. Right there in the road. They can't drive through. Pigs in the rud, Grandma said. Oh no, won't do. Got a shoe. But who? I'll shoo, that's who, Brother said. And he shooed and he squealed and he rutted and he reeled, but those pigs didn't budge, not a tiny little smudge. Oh dear. Hands in the rud, Grandma said. Oh, no, won't do, got a shoe. But who? I'll shoo, that's who, Sister said. and she shooed and she clucked, and she squawked and she plucked. But those hens didn't scatter, not a tiny little smatter. Sheep in the rud, Grandma said. Oh, no, won't do. Got a shoe. But who? I'll shoe, that's who, Mama said. And she shooed and she jeered and she baaed and she sheared. But those pigs didn't scatter, didn't shuffle, not a tiny little schmuffle. Bulls in the rud, Grandma said. Oh, no, won't do. Got a shoe. But who? I'll shoe, that's who, Papa said. And he shooed and he tussled and he snorted and he rustled. But those bulls didn't charge, not a tiny little smarge. They just can't get them to move. Do you think they're ever going to get through? Pigs, hens, sheep, bulls, all in the rud. Brother, sister, mama, papa, all in the rud. Oh no, won't do. Got a shoe. But who? Who's left that could do it? Are you thinking maybe Grandma? Nope, she got out of the car. Ooh-wee, up to me, Grandma said. She looks like she means business. Look at this. They're all looking at her. She looks kind of mean and scary, with her hands on her hips and a snarl on her lips and her dander up. Grandma yelled, "Time for sup!" Remember what that means? Time to go eat, animals. Are they moving? Are they excited about eating? There they go. They ran back to their barn. Budge, scatter, shuffle, charge, smudge, smatter, schmuffle, smarge, all to sup. At last, empty rud, but what's in the mud? Look in the mud. What could that be? Is anybody missing? I see brother, mama, sister, papa. Who's missing? It couldn't be. Look, rising up out of the mud. With her dress all rumpled and her bonnet all crumpled and muddy head to toe. Grandma said, "Time to go." And she got back in the car that way. Oh, I don't think that mud smells very good. They're all trying to move away from her and hold their noses. Oh dear. It didn't turn out so good for Grandma after all. She got rid of all the animals, didn't she? But she got all covered in mud. Poor Grandma. Now, that was the end of the story. Did you notice all the fun rhyming words in this book? Real quick, let's go back and see some of the rhyming words. We had mud, rud. And when he tried to get the pigs gone, it said the pigs didn't budge, not a tiny little smudge. Could you say budge, smudge? Those are fun rhyming words. And when the sister tried to get rid of the hens didn't scatter, not a tiny little smatter. scatter, smatter. Those are rhyming words. They sound the same at the end. And when the mama tried to get rid of the sheep, it said the sheep didn't shuffle, not a tiny little schmuffle. Say shuffle, smushle, smuffle. I couldn't even say it. Shuffle, smuffle. That's hard to say. All right, and when the dad tried to get rid of the bulls, it said the bulls didn't charge, not a tiny little smarge. Charge, smarge. And I think we had one more at the end there when it said her dress was all rumpled and her bonnet was all crumpled. The two rhyming words are rumpled, crumpled. Those are fun words to say. Great book. All right, thanks for listening to Pigs in the Mud today. I'll see you next time.